my successful lions out there. I'm back. Video number 2 of today. Just want to speak about fitness. When I was overweight, I was very confident, but I was depressed at the same time. Now that's real deep. I said, when I was overweight, I was confident, but I was depressed at the same time. And let me explain that, because those that don't know, during my biggest weight, I was an entertainer, pretty well successful local celebrity. And you know, I have great music. I still stand behind my music, because it wasn't about shoot 'em up, bang, bang. It was giving knowledge. Yes, I protected myself. I still protect myself. And I spoke about the trials and tribulations that I was going through. Transitioning to becoming a man. I spoke about those. I spoke about being in relationships with women. I made songs for women. I made songs for dope boys. I made songs for godly men. I made songs for spiritual people. I made songs for those incarcerated, because I went through all those phases of my life. So during that time, I was engaged to a very attractive woman. So, and I always had women, you know, and even during that time, I say I was confident because my music was getting me a lot of recognition. I was on TV, cable, on the hottest like mixtapes from DJs outside of the city, you know, a few radio plays and successful shows in and out of state, fans. You know, I was really, you know, I didn't make $1 million off music, but I did projects that I put out. I recouped it, and you know, iTunes streaming and stuff like that. So I had very confidence, even though I was overweight. And like I said, I had an attractive fiance at the time as well. So my confidence was up to here. But when I looked in the mirror, like after all that was done, and you know, take all that stuff off, and I'm in my own place, you know, maybe I'm about to go into the shower and I take all that off, and I'm seeing what I deemed as I didn't want to see, which was fat, overweight, overeating, overindulging in snacks and sweets and stuff like that. And I tell people that the weed, man, makes you depressed too. So I was overindulging in weed, alcohol, and eating. And once that high came down, I'm sitting in bed, I'm depressed, you know, for sometimes days at a time. And then I'm out on the street, and I'm back doing music, or someone calls me like, yo, I just heard your new stuff, yo, it's banging, or, you know, my fiance or family members might say something to lift me up, and then I'm back, confident again. But then, a couple of days later, eat, smoking heavily, thinking, and I'm not impressed with myself as other people are impressed with me. You see what I mean? So I become depressed again. And a lot of people are going through that, you know, and one of the main things I hear people say, oh, I need weed for anxiety. No, you don't. I used to think that too. You know, I had severe trauma from being a kid, seeing people pass away, having friends pass away young, seeing things in the streets. I had that PTSD, man, and I didn't even have to go overseas to go to war, man. We was in war right here in our own backyard. Sometimes going to school was a war. Making it back home at night was a war. And it's sad. So a lot of that, instead of, sometimes you have survivor's remorse, right? So you're like, wow, I lost these people. Some people locked up. I'm here. I should be happy. But sometimes you feel that depression, like why me, God? Why am I still here? What makes me special? But once you get off the weed, the alcohol, the bad eating, and really start to love yourself, you realize why God kept you here, because it's for a reason, and I had to learn that during my journey, and I thank God every day, 10 times a day, for allowing me to see this journey, and picking me up out the ashes, and dusting me off, and letting me know I'm here for a reason. One of my purposes is to share my story, because most won't believe, me. You see, I'm authentic, man. I come looking just like you guys. I was in the trenches just like you guys. I have a felony on my record, just like a lot of you guys, but I was able to transition and change my life, and the first thing is putting trust in God. And that's what I was very lukewarm in doing. I would pray, I would read here and there, but still go out and do a lot of wicked things, but he broke all that down to build me back up. And my strength now is a lot better than my strength was before. So, yes, being overweight, I was very confident, but I was depressed at the same time, and this is how I overcame that. And some people are falling deeper and deeper and deeper. Like America's one of the largest, obese countries across the globe, and it's because of the fast food. Now it's legal weed, legal alcohol, legal cigarettes, and we're killing each other by those devices. So I come to you and tell you guys, get off those devices, and you'll truly love yourself and who you are in here, and you'll become mentally sharp up here, and it all trickled down. Like when I used to see myself in the mirror, overweight, I used to wear a 44, 46 waist. Now I'm a 32. I'm a medium shirt. I used to be triple X, or the big and tall 3XLT, to look decent. But now I'm a medium small for a shirt. I look great, and I couldn't, looking at myself in the mirror, I used to just be depressed. What do people see in me? But now, once I got rid of those devices and I got that tunnel vision, I manifest what's in here and what I think about myself. You see, everything I thought about myself now, I manifest into what I am today. But before, because I was messed up here, I manifest being overweight, being 360 pounds, okay? Because I didn't love myself. Now I love myself. So now I look good. I manifest this through the strength and blessings of God. You know? So everybody that's going through that right now, do not give up. Everybody that's going through that, do not give up. Keep going. Keep going. You know, put down the sweets. Put down sometimes you gotta go on a meat fast. Go on a meat fast. I don't eat meat, but I'm not telling people to do what I do. But you need to go on a meat fast, all right? And just do straight vegetables, smoothies, you know, sweet potatoes, red potatoes, beans, a little bit of rice, and a lot of salads, man. A lot of salads to start that. Get that brain food in you. Get that brain food in you to start, all right? And then you can figure out what works for you. This is 7 years to get to this point. Ups and downs, being at a plateau of a certain weight, then switching up my gym routines. You know, now I'm in the best shape of my life. Just yesterday, I'll share this in a video as well on another time. Yesterday I ran like 11 miles. Sometime I ran, the highest I've ever run was 14 miles, 15 miles. Yesterday I ran 11 miles, an hour and 40 minutes, like it's nothing. Like it's just a breeze. Before, I couldn't even run up a flight of stairs 7 years ago without being, you know, having asthma, taking asthma medication. You know how depressing that is, man? To be in my 20s taking asthma medication, all right? Being almost pre-diabetic, taking blood pressure meds. I only took it for like 2 weeks. And that's when I started to be like, nah, this ain't right. So blood pressure medicine at one point, you know, but now I'm on my path, man. I'm on my journey. And I have the knowledge from my experience to help you guys. And I love to help you guys. So stay up, stay shining, stay smiling.